What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic. I'm John Rook, joined as always by the merry man himself, the Sneider, Jeff Sneider. How are you?
Good. Let me get rid of this glare. I don't like this glare. Didn't have time to figure out the lighting setup here. But hey, hello, Johnny boy. I can't really do the full thing because my throat's all, my voice is all fucked up. But it's good.
You've been dealing with it.
Happy holidays.
You too. Happy holidays, buddy. It's the Christmas episode of the show. That's right. It's the Christmas episode of the show. It's the show Barry Weiss couldn't stop getting on air. It is the Hot Mic, and we are here to have a lot of fun talking about stuff that's going on in the world of entertainment. I can't even hear. Oh, there you go. Are you on the East Coast? Where are you, Jeff? I can't hear you.
I'm not allowed to say where I am.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair point. Because I'm saying this is not.
Just say that.
It's not your apartment. I know that much.
Just say it. House sitting, baby.
All right, fair. We got so much going on here tonight. Thank you guys for joining us here. I know usually we go live on a Thursday, but that's Christmas night. And so we couldn't go live there. So we're going live tonight here. Thank you for everybody who adjusted their schedule to join us. We got so much to get into: Marvel news, DC news, entertainment news, Paramount WB news, trailers here, and of course reviews. Gonna have a Marty Supreme review, gonna have Anaconda review. We're gonna hear what Jeff thinks of Anaconda here as it's about to open tomorrow. So a lot to talk about, and maybe a couple of news items. And we're gonna get into, if there's time, we're gonna get into our top 10. We're gonna get into our Christmas movies draft later on here in the show. If there's time, we'll see how that goes down. But of course, Streamlabs Super Chats are open. That's how you send support for the show. Streamlabs Super Chats is pinned in the chat description of the video. Let's go, Jeff. Where do you want to start, buddy? Where do you want to go tonight, man? What gift do you want
Dealer's
to open first?
Choice, Johnny. Dealer's choice. You're Santa Claus. You deliver.
Well, I guess we got to start with the big one, man. Today, this dropped this morning. Avengers Doomsday trailer dropped this morning. The teaser trailer, about 1 minute and 20 seconds. I did a reaction to it. It's up on my channel as well. And we got shots of this man right here holding a baby. We got shots of him on a motorcycle going in slow motion. We got shots of him in a helmet. He's from Brooklyn, but apparently he's a Midwestern boy now in that universe with Peggy. And we see him pulling out his Captain America outfit, like he's pulling out his uniform to go serve in the armed forces there. And by the end, it just says to us, hey, Doomsday is coming, 11 months or whatever. So what did you think about this trailer now that we finally saw it, and your thoughts on this approach here and the indifference that seems to be the reaction to this trailer around the board?
The indifference. Oh, the indifference. People, the audiences weren't on their feet. They weren't clapping in the middle of Avatar 3. I don't understand what, the trailer reaction should be like in the theaters. If people should be, doing cartwheels in the aisles. This movie's going to make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. The teaser, this is a unique marketing approach, right? This is not the teaser. This is more like a little teaser of a teaser almost.
Yeah.
It's part of something, and mainly it communicates something that is really important that Marvel wants to get across, is Chris Evans is back.
Yeah. AKA Steve Rogers.
Anything cool. It's just supposed to be an ad that says, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Chris Evans is back.
Yeah. And almost, I know you don't believe in judging views, but 25.5 million views in 12 hours, that tells you there's a shit ton of interest in this movie. And as you said, that could be a little bit of evidence that this film is going to make a lot of money, regardless of how indifferent people are to the opening of this whole thing and wanting a bigger trailer. But we are supposed to get 3 more trailers as well. 2 more of these kind of vignettes. And then apparently
trailers that people are saying, tell me.
Well, apparently Thor is supposed to happen this weekend. A Thor trailer is going to go on to Avatar Fire and Ash. Then the rumor is Doom next weekend. That's the rumor. And then the 4th trailer is supposed to be like the full-on trailer for Avengers Doomsday, a year out from the film coming out. That's what a lot of these sites are reporting from the sources they have. That's how this is all supposed to go down. So
interesting.
Why do you say interesting?
Well, first of all, that's not what I'd heard. I thought I thought that the 4th one was supposed to be Doom. No?
And then what would the 3rd one be?
I don't know. I thought.
Yeah.
else rumored? You tell. I mean, I don't know what the rumors are. You're saying that that's what it was.
The rumor was Captain America, Thor, and then Doom, and like the Steve Rogers version, a little vignette, 1 minute, 20 seconds, something like that. And then the fourth one was supposed to be a full-on trailer teasing what we're going to be getting in a year for Avengers Doomsday. But there have been news reports this week that a rumored fifth trailer might be popping up as well. So I don't know anything about that. I haven't reached out to anybody that I know who's connected to this stuff to find out what the truth is. I mean, this is what the plan is supposedly. So what do you think about that?
Okay. So this is what I've heard is the plan.
Oh, is this it's a bit of a rumor scoop? What is this? How would you classify this?
Yeah, this is an exclusive as far as I can tell. I haven't seen
it. Okay, here we go.
So the second trailer, I think, is Thor, like you said.
Yes.
The third trailer is the X-Men.
What?
That's where the James Marsden stuff came from. I woke up to that this morning.
Wow. Yeah.
And Cyclops was
so the third trailer is supposed to be the Fox X-Men. Is that what you mean? Not the MCU X-Men, the Fox X-Men.
Obviously, do you know who's playing the MCU X-Men?
I don't know. I don't know how fast these things go.
Yes, it's the old X-Men.
Wow.
Because it's all the different people coming together, right? So it's Captain America, it's Thor.
Yes.
X-Men.
Yes.
And the thing that I think is exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm told that the fourth teaser is not Dune.
Oh.
I'm told that the fourth teaser is the Fantastic Four and the Wakandans.
Oh, wow. Coming together.
Yes. So I don't think that unless there is a fifth one. And
right.
One might be the real teaser or the Doom, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But as far as like these first four, I'm told Doom's not in them and that they're waiting to reveal Doom. That's the whole. They're trying to hold back as long as possible. I never thought he was going to dominate the marketing materials. So I think that fourth one, and I haven't seen anybody say this.
Yeah.
Is Fantastic Four and the Wakandans.
That's insane. Well, I mean, there's two ways to look at this. You go Fantastic Four, movie didn't do that well. It wasn't that well received on the Disney Plus streaming service. So you need to kind of elevate to the Fantastic Four. And we know historically in the comic books, it's Reed Richards versus Dr. Doom. That is the connective tissue there. And certainly they're coming from the same universe as was teased at the end of Fantastic Four. So you've got to doing a vignette or a teaser trailer with them makes all the sense of the world. The Wakandans thing is very interesting, Jeff. Is it going to be, are we going to get a tease of a recast Black Panther, the new Black Panther, the rumor about Black Panther from another dimension? Or do you think this is just going to be Shuri and M'Baku and all the other Wakandans, Okoye, all of them without any hint or mention of a Black Panther? What do you think about what's going to show up with the Wakandan stuff? What's your gut tell you?
I mean, I imagine that you would see Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
Is Angela Bassett still alive?
No, she's died. She died at the end of in the last movie.
Okay, yeah. I guess you'd see Shuri and I don't know, maybe M'Baku.
M'Baku? Yeah. So you don't think there'll be a hint of the Black Panther recast or his son or anything?
That away in like a teaser or anything.
That's a fair point. I
would be surprised if that was what they decided to do.
Okay. All right. Oh, I got a little makeup on Lady Outlaw there. What about so you don't know, or from what you're hearing, you don't think they're going to release a full teaser trailer with like the combination of all this footage plus some extra footage by the end of this?
I don't know. I thought we were just dealing with 4 teasers. Now you're telling me that there's rumors of a fifth.
There have been rumors of a fifth, yeah. But you haven't heard anything.
It's possible that one that combines them or maybe one that features Doom. But I was under the impression that they're going to keep Doom in the shadows for as long as possible.
Wow. Okay. That's surprising. That's surprising concern because that runs counter to what a lot of people have been speculating on these other sites. So let's see. Let's see what happens when all of this goes down. Anything else you're hearing about this? And do you like the way they're rolling this out now that you're hearing the order and the characters that they're focusing on as kind of a promotion for this?
I mean, I think it's different than just, we need to shake up the marketing playbook. It can't just be teaser trailer 2, final trailer, like this eventizes it. This is an event.
Yeah.
And to do 4 teasers that obviously, are going to get fans excited in different ways. But like you're setting up, it's Doom versus who? Well, these are the hero, this is who's trying to stop.
Good point.
Doom. It's Cap, it's Thor, it's the Fantastic Four, it's the X-Men, and it's the Wakandans.
Yeah. Ooh, man. Now I'm getting excited. I mean, the Steve Rogers one, that's a fine trailer. It's nothing that exciting. But if you start to roll out and you're adding teams together and you're throwing in the X-Men from the Fox universe, all of that is absolutely exciting for me. And they've already, apparently, the rumors are they leaked the Thor trailer online somewhere. I haven't seen it, but the rumors that leaked. But nothing else has been leaked from these trailers other than the Captain America one and possibly Thor. So they may be keeping a real tight lock on the X-Men one and the Fantastic Four Wakandan one. Do you think Namor would be part of the Wakandan team as well, or do you think he's kind of out of it? Yeah, all right.
I have no idea how they'll deal with that situation.
Fair enough. All right, that's great stuff, Jeff. Great stuff. Anything else you want to say on this? Anything else you're hearing on the Marvel side of things when it comes to Doomsday or Endgame or anything like, or sorry, Secret Wars or anything?
You want to talk about the release date of it all?
Yes, let's talk about it. A lot of people, you speculated this last week, but a lot of people are saying that they don't think that this stuff is going to be moved off its December date. That would be Dune Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday. Both of them are still scheduled to be on the same day, Jeff. But you're saying that Warner Brothers so far is not giving any indication of it moving. Are you hearing more about this, or is it they're much more entrenched now than ever?
I think this is an insane thing, and I'm almost 100. I mean, again, just common sense logic dictates that Dune moves. There's no way you put that movie up against Doomsday. That is corporate malfeasance, unless you're trying to draft on. And create your own Barbenheimer, which I think it would be a mistake. Because these are two audiences that overlap in a way that Barbie and Oppenheimer did not. And that also happened kind of naturally. I know Warner Brothers is, whether they're telling me or they're telling Matt Bellany, the whole we were there first.
Right.
The consumer doesn't know that. And the fact is that with this Captain America trailer, Marvel beat them to the date. I don't care if Brothers got the date first. In the public consciousness, ad that says December 18th for Doomsday. There's no marketing material for Dune 3. So I cannot imagine a world where they would open on the same day. But studios are very, very sensitive with dates, and it's always we're not moving until we've moved.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question from Boba Fajita. I was going to ask you this as well. Which one is getting the IMAX screens? Because that would seem to be the one that's going to win this battle, even if they both drop on the same day.
Yeah, that is tricky. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, like I said, that's why this isn't going to happen. But if it did, if there was a world, I can't. You would need to have Dune on the IMAX screens, I think.
Yeah, right.
And I think Marvel could live without the IMAX screens, unless it was like Disney. Disney. Obviously, you've seen multiple reports and stories about them leveraging the strength of the studio. I mean, listen, you're going to play Tron Ares, and I don't care if it bankrupts your fucking local theater and nobody shows up. You're playing Tron Ares for 2 weeks, and then you can get our big movies. So Disney, pulls that card, then who fucking knows? But I can't imagine not seeing Dune on IMAX screens.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. That film has to be on, and I think Doomsday has to be on an IMAX screen. So it makes no sense to have both of them coming out on the same day. Look, Matthew Joyce said it, Doomsday. That's a very fun term. If you were going to do it, that's the term you would use to match Barbenheimer. But I agree with you, Jeff. The audience is overlapping, I think would be. Plus, these films are probably going to be 3 hours long. So, yes, you could have people maybe get excited to do a double bill or see it one day and then on Saturday and see it the next day on Sunday, the other one. But I think that's asking a lot of the audience, and you're limiting the amount of screenings that you can do with both of those films coming out at the same time. So it seems like a mistake all around. But I imagine Warner Brothers will move, right, Jeff? I mean, that seems to be the logical decision is to move, because I don't think, as you said, I think they staked it out by dropping that trailer. Don't you think?
Yeah, I just don't see a world where these movies open. Again, Barbenheimer, they were two big movies, but one was, marketed as a girl movie. And one was marketed as a boy movie.
Right.
These are both boy movies.
Right.
Extent. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I don't see it happening either. So we will see when that all goes down. One last thing. I mean, Chris Evans said that he was not going to be in this movie, Jeff. He said he's not going to be in this thing. He's not, I wish them all the best of luck. What were the quotes here? That's not true about the rumors that he was coming back, that he's, quote, happily retired. I've just stopped responding to it. Yeah, no, happily retired is what he said. But here he is in the teaser trailer. So
it's really remarkable. It's almost like you can't believe the things that actors and executives have to say.
Almost like. So do you think he was part of this the whole time, or do you think he was part of the rewrites and they brought him in? Because it seems from a lot of people are saying
the whole time. I don't think that this is some new surprise.
So I saw people saying, "Oh, they were desperate from the response, and so they just brought in Chris Evans to be a part of this." It's like, no, he's been a part of this from the beginning. There's no doubt he was a part of this from the beginning. So we'll see what the end result is. Sorry, I just need to get a little more water in my life.
Extreme close up, baby.
Yeah. All right. A little plug there. All right. Let's move on to this story. Connected. Jeff, we've got to get your thoughts on this here. James Gunn has chosen his Brainiac. Speaking of executives and actors that don't necessarily tell the full truth all the time, Lars Aidinger, Germany's Lars Aidinger, will be playing Brainiac. This was announced on a Saturday morning from DC and WB and James Gunn on his Instagram. Jeff, somebody did a mock-up of this. Not too bad. A little AI mock-up of him as Brainiac there with David Corenswet on the screen. So, Jeff, your thoughts on this choice, your thoughts on when it was released, this news, and James Gunn confirming Brainiac with semantics by saying, I never said he wasn't in the movie.
All I'm saying he is, guys. I know I gave you the impression I was 99% about it, but I waited on that 1%, and it's not official until Saturday morning. Lars, listen, I don't really know much about this dude. I saw him in Jake Lee. He was kind of like a goofy, starstruck tourist guy.
Yeah.
I really haven't seen him in that much, but like you just did that photo, that mock-up, and I can't tell that that's Lars Aidinger. Like, that's why you can kind of cast anybody as Brainiac, because he's going to be green and he's going to be having a whole bunch of shit, and you're just looking for like someone with a face, essentially.
Yeah.
2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth to play Brainiac, apparently. It's just like, it reminded me of the whole Oscar Isaac apocalypse thing. Like, why are we casting a star like Oscar Isaac, who was really like on the cusp of something back then?
Yeah.
Throwing him in this apocalypse suit. No one can tell it's Oscar Isaac. So what are we paying Oscar Isaac for if no one can tell it's Oscar Isaac? It doesn't make any sense. So I think that James clearly feels that Superman is the star. DC, the brand, the franchise, the universe, that's the star. It's not about having as many names as you can. In fact, that can be a bad thing, because then you have to pay all these salaries that, it's not like this person's going to put, even if you were to cast a star like Joel Edgerton.
Yeah.
Joel Edgerton does not put, let's say Joel Edgerton's going to cost $5, $8, $10 million. Probably 5 or 8. Does he bring that as far as butts and seats? Probably not.
Right.
So it's like, why are we paying him? I mean, I think it's possible, and you may have heard the same, John, that, maybe this, I know he said that he was blown away by Lars's audition. I have to take James at his word there, but you don't think maybe he did try to get some bigger actors and they just wouldn't give him the money or something, or what?
That's what I've heard from a couple of sources, and sources that I really, really trust, by the way, who reached out to me over the weekend when that news dropped and said, Rocha, don't believe a word of this. And I was like, what? And like, I'm telling you, from what we know, this was a money issue, that WB gives James Gunn a certain amount of money for the Superman saga, for these movies, because they just kind of look at it this way. This is how much we can spend, and James has to work within that. From what this source told me, Batista was absolutely going to be the choice, but they couldn't meet his number to have him be Brainiac. And I was shocked by that, But then this person said, well, remember, he was in line to be Peacemaker before he turned to Cena. And Cena is a much cheaper choice than Batista, because you may not like this, but Batista's been in Guardians of the Galaxy, where he made his money and upped his quote. So yes, ironically, it's James Gunn putting him in those movies that may have bit him in the ass in this situation to bring him in to be Brainiac. So that's what I've heard from a couple of sources. And I know some people are like, no way, Superman made $150 million. They'll give James anything he wants. Really? Where is that? Because I see Matt Reeves casting Scarlett Johansson, and she ain't cheap. So to me, this tells me that they think they can invest more money in Batman than in Superman, because Batman is a much more bankable character than Superman right now. Don't get caught up in your underoos. It's just the truth. Your thoughts on this?
I do agree with that. I know that we texted privately about this, and it's,
yes,
yeah, like the proof is kind of in the pudding. And again, I'm not saying that you need to have stars. James Gunn may end up being proven correct. This guy may be a perfect Brainiac. So-and-so guy whose name I don't know, Tom whatever, I think could be a great Clayface.
Right. Yeah.
What's his name? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, Tom something. Yeah.
Who knows his name? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah, like looking at it that way.
Yeah.
It's clear James is banking on, hey, people are going to go see a DC movie no matter what. I don't really need to have all these stars. You might as well save that money for the visual effects or whatever else you may need it for.
Right.
Yeah.
But I want to make it clear. This doesn't mean that James, how can I say this correctly? It doesn't mean that he doesn't cast these people and they don't deliver great performances. I think some people took what I said the other day and they were like, oh, you're just saying that James sucks. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that and Roxy was great to clarify that with me, which I really appreciated yesterday in the Harloff show. Like, the thing is that just because they're limiting his budget doesn't mean he's still not able to cast really great up and coming actors and give them a platform to show what they can do. Nobody was banking on Chris Pratt to be a movie star. Zoe Saldana was a name, but she wasn't really putting butts in seats. Who else? You got Bradley Cooper. You don't even see his face. Dave Bautista was coming out of the WWE. So he took a lot of chances with the Guardians of the Galaxy and knocked it out of the park. So he may just like working this way. David Cornswet was not a well-known name. Yes, Rachel Brosnahan was known, but she wasn't a bona fide theatrical star. So just because he's limited by the budget doesn't mean he's still not picking damn good actors to play these roles and give them the platform to highlight themselves. Yeah.
Generally speaking, I would say James Gunn has a pretty good eye for casting.
Yes.
It's just like a matter of like, so he says he was like, he just delivered in the audition. Like, so he didn't go out to anybody where it's just like offer only. Like, did everybody have to read, or did he specifically say, hey, I don't want to star in this? The people who are like, well, I don't really audition, I'm offer only. I don't want those people. I want the people who are going to come in and audition. And like, did he have this guy top of mind beforehand? Did he like have him in mind while he was writing it, or did he really just come out of nowhere and like shot everybody? Like, I'm surprised the guy even got the audition, quite frankly.
Yeah. Well, I put on my tinfoil hat yesterday, and I was like, well, when I talked about this last night on my live show, I was like, well, he was in Babylon Berlin. Babylon Berlin's on Netflix. Netflix might be about to buy WB. Maybe there was a connective tissue there where he was able to get an audition. Now, of course, it's tinfoil hat nonsense. Who knows how this happened?
It is. As long as you can say that.
Of course. But then again, Matthias Schoenaerts, who was asking for Matthias Schoenaerts to play a villain in Supergirl? So
that was the other thing that you and I were texting about, right? It's the Clayface lead. It's the Schoenaerts. Like, he's not casting movie stars in a way that I see Matt Reeves casting movie stars, like Colin Farrell, whoever it may be. So, but I think you're right. It has to do with Batman is like bankable, and we know that we're going to make this money back. And I think people have just become accustomed to that, like ever since, really Batman. I guess the first one with Nicholson, right? Michelle Pfeiffer, Carey, and Tommy Lee Jones. Like, people are looking for a big Batman villain, and I don't know that they necessarily are for Superman.
Well, I mean, they've done that before in the past, right, Jeff? I mean, Gene Hackman was a big star when he booked Lex Luthor in the 70s. Kevin Spacey arguably was on the crest of his rise as a star when he was booked for Superman Returns. But I think when you look at this situation with how he's bringing back Superman after all the stumbles and the falls with those eventual installments, I think he wanted to go in a good direction and safe. I think he likes to work like this. James damn good director and bringing out the best of these actors, and so let it be. And it works. And if it works and they make money, then that's all that matters. We'll see how Supergirl does. We'll see how Clayface does, and we'll see how Man of Tomorrow does. But I do think this is a situation. But I'll tell you this, the thing that kind of irked me a little bit is when he responded on social media to somebody about them being shocked that it wasn't Batista or Matt Smith or Sam Rockwell. Like, well, I mean, I don't know where they got those. They did not come in. I don't even think they auditioned. How would you know? I mean, you're James Gunn. You don't think that you don't remember if they auditioned your buddy Batista? These are the things that he says that I'm like, come on, man. Stop fucking around, man.
Smith thing. Like, I do agree that scoopers are just pulling rumors out of their asses. And I never believed the Matt Smith thing because Matt Smith is playing the fucking villain in Star Wars right now. You don't go from the villain to the villain.
And he just
that. I do agree. It was kind of like, this is probably bullshit.
Right. And Matt just played a villain in Morbius. Now he's going to play a villain again in Star Wars, as you said. And now he's going to play a villain again in Superman. That doesn't make any sense. It gets a little saturated.
It didn't make any sense. It didn't.
Yeah. But this doesn't move the needle any way, shape, or form, right? It doesn't excite you or, anything like that. But it's a solid act.
Barely any history with this actor.
Right.
I mean, was James looking specifically for a German actor? Was it, or what, did he just want a European actor?
Maybe.
He must have had that in his head. Like, I want like an accented, internationally flavored villain, just like Shonarts is in Supergirl, quite frankly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Casting is an interesting thing, and they'll never tell you the truth. So if you want the truth, you have to get it elsewhere.
I also think, and I'm going to throw this out there because I also said this last night. I wonder what you think, Jeff. I also think he sees David Corenswet as the pinnacle of his Justice League. Like, he is not going to cast people that are going to outact David, that are going to take the shine off of David, because David is his Superman. It's called the Superman saga, right?
True.
And I think like Wonder Woman, it's not going to be a big name. I think Batman's not going to be a big name if he even does Batman or moves Pattinson over. I think this is what you're looking at here. You're looking at a certain level of actors that are going to play these roles, but David has got to shine. And so he is not going to cast things like Lars Aidinger, a solid actor. He's not going to take attention away from David Corenswet.
I agree that there, to some level, he's almost insulating Corenswet. He's protecting him to keep the focus on him. Yeah. I had a point, but
okay.
Yeah,
like, do you?
I think James is so confident in the DC characters that he's just like, the characters are the star. I don't want someone where you're up there watching the screen, you're like, oh shit, it's Tom Cruise. Oh, it's Dave Bautista. It's Drax, but he's playing a different character. He wants you to see just the character and nobody else, no baggage.
And it's not like he doesn't have a track record of directing these actors into fantastic performances in his movies. So there's probably a confidence in that area as well from his side of things, that I've done it many times before. I can do it again, so yeah. Nicholas Zeno, come on, man. The madness of, do you think Nicholas Hoult is an A-lister? I tell you this right now. You put Nicholas Hoult and Marty Supreme and you show me those box office numbers, because I guarantee you they won't be what Chalamet is doing. Come on, guys. Use your brains. Use your heads.
I completely agree.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. Nicholas Holt's a fantastic actor. He ain't putting butts in seats, dog. All right. Well, anyway, let's stop these two topics for right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Streamlabs Super Chats. Send them in. We've got 20 of them so far. We just dropped a big scoop from Jeff Sneider. Send in your love. Send in your questions, thoughts, and comments as we go along here. The address is pinned in the chat. And let us know what you think about the Doomsday scoop there from Jeff. Let us know what you think about the trailer. Let us know what you think about the James Gunn situation here with Brainiac and Lars Aidinger as well. Well, Jeff, let's move on to this big story. Let's take a little bit of a breather before we get into a bigger story. What do you think of this trailer here, Jeff? The Odyssey trailer dropped yesterday yesterday, Monday in the morning here. We got about 1 minute and 40 seconds of footage there with this trailer. A lot of Matt Damon, a lot of the scenery and the scope of this thing. One shot of Tom Holland, one shot of Anne Hathaway, some massive armor, and in the end, possibly his mom cupping his face, saying, you better come back. So did you like this as a teaser? I haven't seen the 6-minute prologue. Not sure if you have, but your thoughts on this as to get us excited for the Odyssey.
I mean, yeah, I thought it looked cool. It wasn't as good as the 6-minute prologue, which was just incredible. But this is a solid teaser that, shows the scale and the scope and the incredible A-list cast. And, before it was pointed out online, I thought that was Benny Safdie as Agamemnon.
Oh, yes.
Crazy look for him. I'm already loving all the cries of historical inaccuracy. Favorite games to play. Who gives a shit? It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Historical inaccuracies. Kiss my ass with that shit. All right. Historical inaccuracies. None of you motherfuckers were there. None of you motherfuckers. I don't care how many books you read or National Geographic or History Channel specials you watch. This is a fucking movie, and it's supposed to get you excited for the movie. Do you think Chris Nolan gives a fuck? I mean, sorry. Do you think Chris Nolan gives a fuck about historical inaccuracies with the shit? Really, be quiet. Just be quiet. This looks like a lot of fun, though. And Damon looks great. I wasn't sure I'd feel about him as Odysseus, man, but he looks damn good, bro. Seeing him in this.
Well, you have to be able to command John Bernthal, right? And real men. And I mean, Damon, he looks like cut from marble. He really seemed to get into shape for this. I love the score. The cinematography is gorgeous. This is going to be, I'm pumped for this.
Yeah.
I'm way more pumped for this than like Oppenheimer or Dunkirk.
Oh, for his last films. Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Christian said this is his most anticipated film after seeing the trailer for next year, including over Spider-Man, over Doomsday. Where are you at with this one? Is this number one for you for next year?
I mean, probably not, but.
Oh, okay. All right.
I have weird tastes.
That's for sure.
Something like Jeremy Saulnier's movie October is something that's like
right.
Not always about like the gigantic triple A-list tours.
That's fair.
I did want to back up though to the Brainiac thing and him dropping it on a Saturday morning.
Let's talk about that. Go ahead. Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
Hearing footsteps.
What does that mean? No, clarify.
I think James is hearing those footsteps. I don't think this would have lasted. This probably wouldn't have survived the weekend or certainly before the holidays. It probably would have broken somewhere elsewhere somehow. Deadlines. They did a coordinated break with Deadline. Of course, it wasn't Justin. It wasn't Grobar or Fleming. Pretty sure it was Anthony.
Yeah, D'Alessandro.
Is who they love to whisper things to.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if this was Deadline got a hold of it and then forced DC's hand and they both went at 8 a.m., or if DC is just like, well, James is going to put it out on socials and we'd rather have a Deadline blast accompanying that than have like the first person who sees James Gunn's tweet, be the person who does it.
So do you think that someone was going to break it and had found out about it and James, like DC, scrambled to get ahead of it and do it with Deadline? Do you think that's what happened?
I mean, it's one of the two scenarios that I just laid out. I don't know which it is, but I think clearly, maybe he's just growing frustrated by all the leaks and everything, and he's just like, we gotta be in front of the shit.
I'll throw you another scenario, which is the one that occurred to me. You know this, Jeff, as a newsman. If you drop stuff on a weekend, it's because you don't want people to pay too much attention to it. And to me, dropping stuff on a Saturday morning, and this is a guy that's not really that well known, it's a way of like just kind of putting this out there, seeing how the reaction is, and then people move on. Whereas if you drop this on a Monday, people would be talking about it all week and going on about it all week and making video. Is this the right choice? Not the right choice? Why isn't it Batista? Why isn't it Matt Smith? By the time Monday rolls around, when you drop something on a Saturday, the way our ADD society is, they've already moved on to 30 other things. So I wonder if this was done to kind of minimize some of the backlash that this wasn't a bigger name. That's kind of how I look at it. When it comes to any Friday news dump or Saturday morning dump, I immediately go, they didn't have a lot of faith in this news.
I mean, I admire your suspicions. I don't think that that's the case here. Just because it's not like it's the week of Christmas, so it's not like Monday is coming with a tidal wave of news that's gonna.
That's a fair point. Yeah. Okay.
I think just we want to make a decision on this role before the holidays to lock it in. Offer probably went out Friday night or Friday, for first Friday morning, whatever. Hey, you booked
Right.
it. Like you auditioned, you tested, you probably agreed to terms already by being
Right.
like, hey, if you get this offer, this is the deal. There's no fucking
Right.
negotiating. And so yeah, and announced the next day as soon as he said yes.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Pride, there's no backlash. Yeah. Oh, totally. Pride. I'm the only one. You're right. You're 100% right. Pride. You're so smart. You're so intelligent. I can't wait for you to start your own YouTube channel so you can offer your assessment as well.
I don't know what the backlash could be, and that like who has something like negative to say about this guy, other than it's just like it's not the person I had in mind. It's not the celebrity.
That's all I say. That's the only place I've been coming from. Is not this person is not that well known. That's the only place I've been coming from. But of course, people got to create their fantasies in their heads. Anyway, all right, let's move on to another bigger news item here, Jeff. There are updates on this scenario here with Warner Brothers and the Ellisons. They are now firmly involved in this situation. Now, Larry Ellison, is firmly involved in this. He has put up money. They have put even more into this situation here. They rolled out a revised hostile bid. Larry Ellison has agreed to personally guarantee the entire $40.4 billion equity portion of Paramount's proposed $78 billion takeover. If the transaction somehow implodes, according to them, if they agree to this deal, Ellison would be on the hook for roughly a sixth of his estimated $250 billion net worth. That is a shit ton of money. They are sinking into this thing, Jeff. This is mind-blowing when you look at the amount of money that's being tossed around here. Apparently, they've submitted this bid, so they've got 10 days to go through with this. And this is an answer, of course, Jeff, to some of the questions they had about the quote illusory financing that was involved in this. So, and they've matched the breakup fee. They're offering now $5.8 billion if the deal collapses, which is up from $5 billion. But they're still keeping it $30 a share. The rumors are that WB is still going to turn this thing down, which is going to spark him to offer even more money and maybe a higher share. And of course, Netflix has a chance to counter on all of this. So what do you think about these moves here? Does this now start to maybe move the scales back towards Paramount, or is this still a bunch of flailing around and trying to save face?
I don't think Zaz wants to sell to David Ellison, so I don't think it's really going to matter.
Okay.
They're going to raise theirs, and then Netflix is going to raise theirs, and then Paramount's going to ultimately have to decide how hard it wants to chase. Already, he has taken heat in the press. He looks like a whiny baby in a way.
He does, man. Bringing in your daddy's money, bro. Come on, bro. Bringing in your daddy's money.
Financing all these moves. Like,
yeah.
Where is this money coming from? The 2026 Paramount movie slate? Because I don't think so. Yeah, like we always kind of knew Larry Ellison was backstopping this bid, and if he had to personally get involved with his checkbook, he would. But I think it's just that Netflix is kind of clearly the best steward for Warner Brothers right now.
Yeah.
And even if they don't have the most money, and believe me, they have the money. I think that's who Warner Brothers wants to get the deal done with.
Yeah. And I gotta say, seeing the debacle that happened over the weekend with the 60 Minutes thing and Bari Weiss, that seems even more evidence to somehow keep WB out of the hands of Paramount. Not that I think David Zaslav gives a shit one way or the other, but that public sentiment of it behind it. So it's just kind of.
I think he wants to stay in charge as well, and with Netflix,
yes,
he's allowed to. Whereas Skydance, I don't really think that there would be room for him there.
Oh yeah, I think they'd move him out.
Watch, okay? I haven't heard anybody say this. This is wild. You guys know Conspiracy Bill? Conspiracy Bill?
Who is Conspiracy Bill? What is this now?
Bill Simmons. When Bill Simmons.
Oh, yes. Bill Simmons. That's right. Yes.
Conspiracy Bill. Well, this is Conspiracy Jeff.
Okay.
If you're David Ellison, and the whole reason that you really got Paramount is so that you had a studio that you could merge with Warner Brothers, which was always the target all along.
Oh, shit.
What is your plan B here? Right? Your plan B could be, buying Universal, which will probably be this all will happen again next year, right?
Right.
Universal will just take the place of Warner Brothers, and it'll be the belle of the ball. But what would be a great way to get back at Netflix if you, in fact, lose Warner Brothers to them?
I don't know. Everything is
want to do, John. What does Netflix want to do with Warner Brothers movies? What is it promising right now?
That everything's gonna stay the same. That they're
Everything's
gonna go
just the same.
theatrical.
Things in theaters, guys.
Yeah.
Things
They've
in
been saying.
Well, what happens if David Ellison owns the theaters?
So you think David Ellison could buy AMC? Is that where you're going with this?
AMC, the gigantic debt-laden company that is bleeding money.
Wow, fuck me, Jesus Christ!
What if David Ellison bought the theaters and then drove a hard bargain for those Warner Brothers movies? Oh, Netflix, you want these to play?
Oh.
Who knows what could happen?
Who knows what evil lies in the hearts of men?
Sitting out there.
Oh.
And people are just walking past it all night. Eventually, someone's going to stop in front of AMC and be like, why don't you hop in, baby?
Oh, crap in a crap. I hadn't even thought of it that far out. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess that would be a great way to get revenge on Ellison. I think it'd be funny if the Universal Studios thing came to be, because here's Taylor Sheridan leaving Paramount to go to Peacock, which is owned by Universal Studios, and then he ends up being owned by Paramount anyway. That would be hilarious. What a massive fuck you on that end towards him. So, yeah, the AMC makes a lot of sense, Jeff. Jesus Christ.
Who knows what could happen? But
yeah, they're desperate for money.
2026.
Yeah. They're desperate for money. So we'll see. AMC is.
There
for
are.
sure.
And Ellisons have money to throw around, especially if they're not dropping billions on Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God. God help us all. All right. Well, again, those are the last two stories we've done so far. Please make sure you send in your Streamlabs super chats or comment down below if you're watching later on or live. We appreciate it. Let's move on to a little bit more of a subtler story, and that is Mads Mikkelsen has been added to the cast here, Jeff, of Martin Scorsese's movie here. He is going to be part of this thing. I think this is a great choice to see Mads being a part of What Happens at Night, which already has DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, is set to shoot next year. So I like this choice. I mean, Mads is a damn solid actor. James Bond, Star Wars. Your thoughts on this choice? Does this move the needle for you one way or another?
I mean, I think it's cool. Mads is a great actor. He's been in, I was kind of surprised at how many gigantic, huge movies and franchises he's been part of. Because, obviously he's not really the star of any of them, but he's like in all of them. It's crazy. I mean, Star Wars, Marvel, James Bond,
yeah.
So I think that he just, people know that face all around the world. I think that, what's interesting is couldn't you kind of see Mads as Brainiac?
Oh, 100%. Jesus Christ.
I wonder if he would have been up for it or in the mix for it, if not for this Marty movie. Because I think if Marty did knock, and then with Leo, and it's you're going to join us, you're going to go do a fucking DC movie. he would do the Marty movie. This is a chance to work with the master.
Yeah.
Who knows how many movies Marty's got left? It's basically the third lead in the movie, from what I understand. I think he's going to be playing the weirdo businessman or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I like it for him, and to me, this is kind of not that they're from the same country or anything, but this is almost like Martin Scorsese looking at the Jean Dujardin casting in Wolf of Wall Street, being no, that was a mistake.
I saw that again this week, over the weekend. Jesus, I love that movie so much, man.
But is Jean Dujardin, does he stick out like a sore thumb, kind of like I remember?
Because it's a weird tangent of the movie on so many levels. But of course, it's what leads to all the shit that happens to him with the corruption and all of that.
And if he loved working with that guy, I'm sure he could have cast that guy in this movie.
That's true. Oh, good point. Could have just moved him over. Right. Well, and for those of you who don't know, What Happens at Night follows an American couple in a snowy European town to adopt a baby, staying in a nearly deserted hotel filled with enigmatic figures, a flamboyant singer, a corrupt businessman, as Jeff was referencing that Mads might be playing, and a magnetic faith healer. They confront a strange world that challenges their marriage and sense of reality. It's an odd log line for a Martin Scorsese movie. So I'll be curious to see how this all plays out, because I don't recall him ever doing... Am I wrong on this? Like a European? I know was it Silence? That's Portuguese monks, but
I mean, it's very Shutter Islandy. This movie. That's what this is. It's definitely
kind of
that story.
But a European thing. Marty doesn't usually veer out into Europe, so it's an interesting interesting decision for sure. All right, let's move on to this, Jeff. Avatar: Fire and Ash. Your thoughts on the box office? Has not been that strong as the second movie, and remotely not as strong as the first movie. It's coming in a few, like $90 or $80 million less than the second movie. So, although I know all these movies open not that strongly and then get stronger, does this tell you a little bit that the reviews have gotten to it, and also that maybe there's a little bit of Avatar fatigue for people because they're not going at the same numbers? Or do you need to wait a couple more weeks or 3 more weeks through the Christmas season, holiday season, to see where it's really at in terms of the public's reception to it?
I mean, I'm not sure who thought this was going to gross more than that, Avatar or whatever, or be more successful than its predecessors. The box office is, first of all, has completely changed.
True.
Right. 800 million is the new 1 billion.
Yeah.
When we first saw Avatar 15 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it was like it was marketed to us as like a brand new thing we've never seen before.
Yes.
The second one, I think we want to see like, hey, was the first one a fluke, that kind of thing? But like, there's nothing new being sold here other than, it's a continuation of the story with a new tribe of people, but it's not like some technological breakthrough like the first Avatar. So there's less of a curiosity factor.
Right.
Disney Plus didn't exist back then with Avatar. Now
that's true.
The movie's going to be out in January or February on Disney Plus or something, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea what don't pick that up as news. God, the fucking internet will. I just don't understand why anybody thought this was going to be a $3 billion movie. It's still going to do $1.5 billion probably.
Right. But it'll come in under the second one and under the first one. So does that tell you that maybe, I mean, he keeps dropping hints like, if people don't come to this one, I don't know if I'm going to keep going. So do you think he's already?
So don't you feel like as a consumer, you have to have seen the other two?
Yes.
Okay. So what if you were too young for those, right? And now you're 15, 16.
Right.
This movie is aimed at you, but you didn't see the first two. Do you want to invest 7 hours in seeing them? Maybe not. Maybe you're busy watching
maybe not.
Things and stuff. So you don't go see the third movie.
Right.
I think it's that kind of a thing. It's anybody could have come to see Avatar. Not everybody can just come to see Avatar 3 because you kind of want to be familiar with the story.
That's a fair point. Yeah. Well, I mean, even though it's on Disney Plus, like you said, it's investing 7 hours of time to prepare yourself to see the third one. But I mean, that being said, Jeff, the numbers of the people under 25 who came to see this movie are pretty high. So maybe they didn't feel the need to see the first two movies, or they had seen the first two movies growing up as kids, and they were excited.
Older people who saw, the people. In
I think it's older people,
and they saw. Yeah, I saw Avatar. I saw Avatar 2. I get it. I don't need to see the third movie. I'll wait. Whatever.
That's what it feels like. I don't want to sit there for 3 hours and 15 minutes.
See, that's the thing. The whole chat, 3 hours, guys. It's not 3 hours. It's 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah. It's a lot. It's
plus
a lot.
Half-hour trailers if you didn't see it at a DGA screening like I did.
That's true. That's actually a really good point.
Crazy.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll keep tabs on that. We'll see for sure. Let's Jeff, we have to talk about, sadly, the passing of James Ransone, who passed on earlier this week. I don't know if you saw the news. I don't know what your feelings are on James Ransone, but he was a part of course, he was really well known for playing Ziggy Zabatka in season 2 of The Wire. Quietly, the Lady Outlaw's favorite season of The Wire. He was also, of course, in Scott Derrickson's Sinister and Black Phone, with Spike Lee on Inside Man, Red Hook Summer, and Old Boy. He was in It Chapter 2, Tangerine, recently in Black Phone 2, and one of the episodes from the second season of Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne, but sadly took his own life at his house, leaving behind a wife and 2 kids. Always sad to hear this around the holidays, brother, but your thoughts on James Ransone?
I mean, yeah, definitely a huge loss. I was a big fan of his ever since, catching him in The Wire. I saw this news break early over the weekend, I believe it was, and immediately reached out to his reps. I didn't want to just go off reports. So they never responded. And part of me thinks that I may have been the first reporter to reach out to them. I wonder if I broke the news to his reps. Because the only place I saw it was at that Ziggy Duck Twitter account. So I kept monitoring my email for like an hour or two, waiting for a response, and then eventually Variety confirmed it somehow. I saw the medical, like the medical examiner or whatever, and it said James Ransone, age 46, which lined up with the James Ransone that we know. But it's also like, there could be a lot of 46-year-old James Ransones. Like with reports, you don't just put it out there.
Right.
So, it. Yeah, you don't play with fire like that. So you just wait. It's like, okay, I didn't break it or whatever. I wasn't the first journalist to report it. It's better to wait for Variety to do that.
Right.
He was a troubled dude, obviously. Had his demons. It's sad because he had a kid.
Two.
Extra sad. 2 kids, was it?
Yeah, 2 kids.
Yeah. That's tough, leaving them behind. But hopefully he's in a better place now. But yeah, I do think he was talented. He obviously left a mark on the work of Sean Baker, on multiple horror franchises, Black Phone, It. And he was just an interesting character actor. He had real personality.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to cast people who have demons and who have their troubles, like Peter Green, who just died last week.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Same kind of guy, same kind of demons, I have a feeling. Yeah.
And everyone said Peter was like, I saw all the remembrances that he was a great guy. Even people who only had like a day or two on a set with him spoke about how nice he was to them. It's like that. So, but yeah, the demons are there, always there for actors. And of course, during the holiday season, it's really ramped up because a lot of emotions come in. I think there's something really sad that he did it at his own house. I think that's something really sad as well. And how the remembrances of that are all going to be for his family. But, this is the time when stuff like this can happen. And so all of you who are watching or listening to us, please stay vigilant about yourselves, but also about the people you love. If you know they have mental health issues, make sure you check in on them during the holiday season. Doesn't mean you smother them, but check in and see how they're doing, because you never know. You never know what can trigger you.
Text goes a long way.
Yeah, it does. And you just never know what can trigger it. And so you want to be able to make sure that they know you're there just in case.
And I know he had, come out and said that he was a victim of sexual abuse.
Yes, in high school, I think.
And he had really warned, I think he took a lot of young actors under his wing, or I think Madeline McGraw, at least from the Black Phone, and said, hey, he talked to my parents and sort of warned them about just like the pitfalls of this industry. So he clearly cared about that next generation and didn't want to see them, have the same issues that he had.
Yeah, absolutely. So we send our prayers and our thoughts of comfort and strength to his family and everyone who was affected by the loss of James Ransone. All right, there's no easy way to transition, Jeff, but let's move on to some reviews here. Your thoughts, Jeff, on Marty Supreme. This is out on Christmas Day, so there's probably screenings tomorrow on Christmas Eve, but it'll be out fully on Christmas Day for everybody. There's been a lot of hype around this one, and there's all kinds of early numbers that say that man is putting butts in seats with what he's doing here in this series. Where do I have it? Yeah. The pre-sales for Marty Supreme are through the roof. It has become the fastest-selling title in A24 history. More than 65 sellouts across 100 showtimes, and over 70% of the tickets have been pre-sold. Overall, it sits at 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, 91% with the audience score. And he's out here doing rap songs, and he's out here living his best life, much to the chagrin of some nerdy film critics who feel the need to criticize Timothée Chalamet for living his best life. Yeah. You guys, as I said the other day, you guys ain't going home and sleeping with a Jenner. You're figuring out what Malcolm Gladwell novel to jack off to. Meanwhile, this guy's living his best life.
Yes,
so
this guy, his greatness is making me a little uncomfortable. Like, I'm with it, and people tooting their own horn, and people thinking, holy shit, guys.
Yeah.
This really just goes to show you how many people are fucking losers out there.
Agreed.
They don't believe that they are capable of greatness themselves, and so they're embarrassed when they see it out there in the wild, in the wrong.
Yeah.
Um, it's just, it's my hat's off to Tim, because he's the fucking man.
Yes.
Okay. When you think about the great movie stars, except for Denzel, really, Denzel goes where he wants. Will Smith,
right.
Tom Cruise, those guys got out there around the world and they sold movies and they did whatever they fucking had to do. Now, Timmy cannot zip line into the fucking stadium like Tom Cruise can, okay?
No.
That's not what Timmy does. So Timmy's going to cut a rap. And he's going to make a cool ping pong video that goes viral on Instagram. And he's going to be on top of the fucking sphere with that was such a brilliant video because what is that song linked to, John?
I don't go ahead. Yeah.
The Chicago Bulls.
Yes, right. Yeah. The opening of the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan.
And the Bulls is synonymous with the GOAT, Michael Jordan. And that is what Timmy wants to be, the GOAT. That is what it also, like Timmy has said, fits the character of Marty Supreme, who is narcissistic. And like someone compared me in the comments section, I think last week, to Marty Supreme. I'm like, that's a compliment. Am I arrogant, overly arrogant? Who's to say? I know I'm fucking good at what I do. And Timmy knows he's very fucking good at what he does. And just like Timmy wants a fucking award, that's why every year when they put up all kinds of fucking, press awards from the Publicists Guild and the fucking LA Press Journalism Awards that you only the rich publications pay to enter. It's all just like, I know I'm one of the fucking best out there and I'm never going to be recognized. And that's what Timmy is fearful of because he can see how easy it is to be overlooked. Here's the thing though.
Yeah.
I'm starting to come around on the win.
On who?
On the win.
Who you thought someone else was going to win besides Chalamet, the best actor?
I thought so. Last night I saw The Secret Agent. I thought
finally
Wagner Moura or Ethan Hawke from Blue Moon, it would be their season that they would sort of upset. But Wagner, he was good. I just don't think it was a winning performance.
I think it's the second best or third best performance of the year, but it's not the top.
I think it is between Leo and Timmy now.
Seems like.
And I think it might go to Timmy. And I don't care how many people are like, well, he put out this rap video. Congrats to Leonardo DiCaprio on winning his second Oscar. It's like, fuck you, dude. Like, this is not like some cringe thing to people. It's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of people love it. You sweaty, dorky film nerds have no fucking idea how this thing goes down. And I think what Jeff said it so well, his success, Chalamet's success, is driving you all nuts because he's kind of a nerdy looking dude and he's embraced his fucking status as a guy who wants to do all the things and enjoy them and do them at the 11th level. Like he is a level 11, turn up volume 11. He loves it this way and he's been successful. And who else? Don't give me this Josh Safdie nonsense. A lot of people trying to give Safdie all the fucking rub. It ain't Safdie putting butts in seats in this movie. No offense. It's fucking Timothée Chalamet. He has been building and growing with multiple great performances, and the public is growing, just like Leo. Just like Leo, the public is growing in their love and affection for Chalamet's performance.
They hate confidence. They resent it because they don't have it themselves. That's why
of course not.
Resent it across the internet because of confidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so
you need confidence to do anything. You need to be confident to be a wide receiver because all 32 number one wide receivers in the NFL think I'm the greatest.
Yes.
You need to think that. If you were to approach the game any differently, you just wouldn't even have a chance at being great.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that's the thing that drives me out of my mind is you see these guys and they say these comments and I go, take a look in the mirror, man. Take a look at your life, man. Why are you hating on this kid who's just having fun? Like he doesn't talk shit about anybody. He just believes in himself strongly.
He believes in the movie too.
Yes.
Not just.
And he's saving movie theaters. Isn't this what you dorks have been crying about? He is saving movie theaters by getting people to go see a fucking A24 independent movie, Jeff. Like that's another part of this.
Yeah. I just think, you know what this looks like? It's something that you don't see a lot. He's because there's really not a whole lot of reasons for people to feel this way. He's proud.
Yeah.
He's proud of the work and he should be.
Yeah. He said, I give everything I've got to be great. And that's what it takes. And people get so intimidated by greatness, by the ones who want greatness. And it is because they themselves can't achieve that.
They think it's just that you just stumble into it. Like
yeah.
you have to strive for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Michael Jordan, what that new Tom Brady commercial, what does Tom Brady say? And I said this already a couple weeks ago, but yeah, winning's a lonely business. Absolutely. Michael Jordan, watch The Last Dance again. Look at that guy. I mean, if Michael Jordan was around now, the social media for like the battles that would rage online over Michael Jordan's behavior would just melt the internet, for God's sakes. But that's what it takes to be successful. Tom Brady, not the most well-liked guy, but he fucking got greatness. And that's what it takes. He learned from DiCaprio. He wants to defeat DiCaprio by the time it's all over. That's Chalamet's drive. And we should appreciate that rather than trying to scoff at him or ridicule him or take him down because he reflects your insecurities back at you, your low self-esteem back at you, your failure back at you. That's what he is. And so grow the fuck up, appreciate greatness, and judge his performances, of course, as you see fit. But what he's doing with his life, it ain't none of your motherfucking business. Shut the fuck up and let him enjoy his life, for God's sake.
We'll see the movie or don't. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, or see the movie or
don't. Marty Supreme.
Not Marty regular, Marty Supreme. I think it's my number 3 film of the year, man. I mean, we'll see. All right, Jeff, one more movie's coming out this weekend. You got a chance to see it. I'm sure you're going to write your review in your newsletter, but can you give us a taste of your thoughts on Anaconda that is out with Paul Rudd, Jack Black, Tendu Newton, and Steve Zahn? And I don't know the other guy that's in that poster there, but your thoughts on the film. What can you say? What can you talk about without spoiling too much that you write about in your review?
I thought it was pretty much the definition of like a 2.5 star movie. It's right on like the C+, B- range. It was fine. I think these are really likable movie stars, which helps.
Sure.
I think that there's some really great meta stuff. Like if you're a movie fan, there are jokes in here that the general public will not get.
Okay.
Will appreciate far more.
Right.
I think that Tendiwe Newton is horribly miscast.
Oof. Just
an unbelievable, like, did she wander in from like another movie? Like, what is she doing here? Should have been a comedic actress like Jillian Bell or like any one of any other women. Just a real head scratcher. It's also not very well made.
Okay.
It's kind of sloppily directed. I don't know that Tom Gormican is a great director. And this is the second meta comedy that he has made. That's just like, it has a good premise.
Yeah.
And doesn't quite live up to the potential of that premise. He kind of drops the ball. So I can't call this movie good. I can't call this movie bad. I think it's fine. It's probably not worth rushing out to see on Christmas, though.
Is it better than The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, or is that one better?
I think it actually is better than that.
Okay.
I didn't find that movie to be super successful. This might as well just be called Stand In the movie, because this is we wanted to have a Jumanji movie for you guys, and you couldn't get a hold of The Rock or couldn't make the schedule. This is what we got. Paul Rudd was free. Get in here, Jack Black. Yeah,
we had Jack Black. We brought him over from Jumanji. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about Song Sung Blue? That's also out this weekend. I don't know. Did you see it? Song Sung Blue? Any thoughts on that one?
I didn't see it, but I actually have spent the last day or so chipping away at the documentary.
Oh, okay.
Free here on YouTube, our home.
Yes.
So yeah, just I'm told that's far better than the actual movie.
Okay.
I've heard Kate Hudson's really good in the movie. I'm told the documentary is far better and is available for free right here on YouTube right now.
There we go. All right. There we go. All right, Jeff, we're way past the hour. So do you want to just get into some questions, or do you want to do our Christmas thing, or do you want to do the questions and then see if we have time and do our Christmas list? What are your thoughts here?
Fuck, let's do some questions, dude.
Okay. All right. We might have to kick our Christmas situation down the road. We'll see. All right, let's get into these questions here. Thank you to everybody. Send in your Streamlabs Super Chats now if you haven't now, because we are going to wrap up here within the hour. Ryan Familari says, as humanity survives its way through the great tech takeover, we must remember convenience is the death of culture. Do either of you ever see society making a correction to the seemingly inevitable? No. Jeff?
I need to read this question again. What? As humanity survives its way through the great convenience is the death of culture. Do either of you see society making corrections? No, people are lazy.
People are lazy, and we like convenience. And if technology is going to make things easier for us to do, we will use it, and we'll make any bargain possible in order to do it. That's just sadly the truth. But Ryan ends it with Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Same to you, Ryan. Thank you so much.
You too, Ryan.
Wiley OFC says, Marty Supreme tomorrow, really hoping for some great needle drops. It's actually much more score dependent, Wiley, and it's a very 80s synth score. It's an 80s synth score in a 1950s movie. It's fascinating how they made that work.
Yeah.
The
score is terrific.
I would liken it to Vangelis' score for Chariots of Fire. Like, what is a synth score doing in a movie about the Olympics in the 1920s? But it works. It works. Connor Przalomski says, thoughts on Dune 3 sticking with its states moving? We talked about that already, Connor. Thank you very much for your super chat. Guillaume Lebel, good to see you, Guillaume. It's been a wait. Happy holidays to you guys. Saw Avatar 3 yesterday. I can officially say that I don't like high frame rate. Other than that, way too long, but I enjoyed it more than Way of Water.
Ditto. I liked Avatar 3 a lot. The whole movie's not HFR though, right? It's just parts, right?
I think the fight sequences are HFR, but I don't know if the whole movie is HFR. Yeah.
I don't know. There were some moments where I was like, this feels like a video game.
Yes, I agree with that. For sure. Mr. Poppy, 7885. Happy holidays to my hot mic bros. Same to you. Can't wait to see what's next for you two in 2026. Muchos besos. There you go. There you go.
That's my Poppy right there.
Shelf presents. Happy holidays, Chad, and I hope you and Jeff have a great one with plenty of food, family, and fellowship. Thank you for a great 25. Can't wait for the T in 26. TYA. I mean, we still have one more show, don't we, Jeff, before the new year? Or we just, I don't know what we're going to do. We got to figure that out because New Year's, I think,
we'll see.
Falls on the same day. Future Zeitgeist Dimension says guerrilla viral marketing, they're leaking on purpose. Yeah, the trailers, the Marvel trailers. Jeff, there's been that feeling that they might be leaking them on purpose. Any further thoughts on this?
Edgy. They're getting back to their edgy guerrilla roots. Yeah, I have no idea, but I did think it was weird seeing the Brand New Day trailer like off of somebody's computer. Like,
yeah,
it's weird. Like, why would you do
that?
It's very
weird.
Who would?
And why aren't they suing them to take it down? I have questions. Brady BK says, Jeff, after Netflix gets WB, will they move away from Comic-Con and move everything to Netflix to Doom? To Doom is international. Will it become bigger now?
I could definitely see Doom growing in stature. I mean, I have no interest in ever attending, but I never had any interest in attending Comic-Con. I definitely see Comic-Con being, its days are numbered, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Anymore. Sounds like a massive headache every year. I've never had any desire to go. No.
At least in the version that it is now, I agree with Jeff. I think Comic-Con will always be around, but I don't think it'll be around in the version that we've seen the last decade or so. Waka Waka says, hey guys, great pod yesterday, John. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. What did you guys think of the new Chappelle stand-up? Have you seen it? I have not seen it yet, Jeff. We'll wait for the Christmas break to watch this. Have you seen the Chappelle stand-up?
I did see it.
And?
I mean, it's okay. He's, it's not like punchline. He's a great storyteller.
Yeah.
And like, he does like a 20-minute bit on Jack Johnson. I told the guys at basketball this, and they were all looking at me puzzled, and I'm like, the black boxer, not the white singer. Holy fuck.
I hope Chris knew who you were referencing. I hope Chris knew.
Trans stuff, and I'm big on trans rights. I love the trans people.
Yes.
That said, I laughed at the trans stuff, and yet the end ends with like a big fuck you to Jews and Israel. Really, that's how I interpret it. And it's like, listen, I told the guys this at Basil. I was like, if I'm gonna laugh at the trans stuff, I have to be able to take a joke and be the butt of the joke at the end of the special when he goes after Israel. So I think it was ultimately a successful special. It wasn't terribly like mean-spirited. You know what you're getting when you watch a Chappelle special.
Right.
But I also don't think he's the best comic alive. So he's not my favorite.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think he's good for what he does, but I think he's kind of like a legacy. And I will see when I watch the special. I enjoy him, but I don't think he's done a tight set in a very long time. Aiden Beanland said 895 says, you guys think we see Hallie or Famke in the X-Men trailer, even though they didn't get a chair, or are they a surprise for the movie, or just not in the movies? Famke keeps saying she's not in it. Hallie is a little more political with her responses, but Famke keeps saying she's not in it, which makes me think she's in it. So your thoughts, Jeff, on this?
I have no idea what they'll show in that trailer or who they would reveal. I guess if they didn't have a chair, then I would be surprised to see them in the trailer.
Okay. Cody Huntfield's Campia did a story a while ago that Dune 3 moved up. Yeah, but it hasn't moved up. So I'm sure he did a story about the possibilities of it for sure, Cody.
Could move back too. It could move to 2027. But I don't know. I think the movie would be done in time to move up, but you'd have to move up before Thanksgiving to get in front of Narnia.
True. Thank you, Sharon Pollitt. Appreciate the super sticker. Reggie Brown, happy holidays to Rocha, Geek Buddies, Winston, and Jeff. I watch all the shows the next day to keep me entertained. I'm not going to read that part. I watch all the shows the next day to keep me entertained and help me make the 4 hours. I'm on dialysis. Go by faster. Happy holidays, everyone. Oh, Reggie.
Stay strong, Reggie. Feel better, man.
Stay strong, brother, man. Always a process. And thanks for letting us accompany you. Like, honestly, it's an honor. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Pigman 88 says, hey guys, so how does Avatar The Last Airbender movie work? Because I thought most Paramount movies were supposed to go to theaters, but now this is going straight to Paramount Plus, which sucks for people making the movie. Thanks. Yeah, Jeff, that broke today that movie is going, that Avatar Last Airbender movie is going to streaming instead of being out, The Legend of Aang, in theater. So is this a smart move, or is the movie not good, or do they think they're going to get more attention and views and money online? What are your thoughts on this?
This is called cheaping out, my friends. They don't want to pay for a theatrical marketing campaign for this movie, nor should they. I don't think that this movie merits it. I wouldn't have put it in theaters. So you can say, oh, the people making this movie, oh, it sucks for them. Well, does it suck more than going out in theaters with a half-hearted marketing campaign that Paramount really didn't want to make in the first place? And then the movie tanks. And then that's all you hear about the movie. And then it goes off to Paramount Plus anyways. I don't really think that this is that big of an IP, and certainly not really a theatrical one.
Yeah, Jordan Rumi's write-up on it. I was reading this one paragraph stood out to me. Paramount promised last month that they would have 15 theatrical releases in 2026. Now, with Last Airbender set for streaming, they currently have 9 theatrical releases for next year in 2026, which means they probably won't hit that magic number of 15. And when you're trying to buy Warner Brothers and convince them that you're going to release stuff theatrically, the fact that you're moving this film to streaming and you're only doing 9 instead of the promised 15, that's not a good look. I kind of agree with Jordan on that. What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
They want to release 15 movies, but you have to have 15 movies. So they have nothing next year. It's a fucking horrible slate. Horrible. So next year's for them is all about, getting things up and running, getting, Transformers back and Star Trek back and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They were counting on having a DiCaprio movie.
That's true.
That's true. Movie, clear, and then when that happened, it's like, okay, now the Chazelle's going to pivot to the prison movie, right? So now you got to wait another 6 months for that. I mean, it's all linked. So I'm not being like, Paramount. The goal is to put out 15 movies, and they very well could. They could put out garbage, guys. They could pick up indies and just.
That's true.
Like, come on, they could definitely fit the 15, but it's not going to be the 15 movies that represent like a full slate or their slate.
Right. Good point. Thank you, Mr. Penguin. Rob Tari, hopeful for Doomsday. Russos are great at adapting Marvel stories to make it viewer-friendly. I would agree with that. I believe the rumor that this is all about Doom taking the Avengers. Kids, thoughts? Happy holidays, guys. Ooh, I guess I've heard that, but that could be possible, Jeff.
Very possible, especially with the rumors of Young Avengers and all that kind of shit. Who knows?
That could be the way you launch Young Avengers, where you make them like, victims of being taken by Doom and they fight back and come together. Then you kind of like make the audience get back on board with that possibility. Maybe. I like it. Lawrence Arnoli, good to see you, Lawrence. When Marvel launched, they didn't have anyone who was a big star at first. Either you make stars with these films. What the fuck? Robert Downey Jr. wasn't a big star? Are you crazy? Robert Downey Jr. was a big star. Ed Norton? Norton?
And he did Iron Man?
Yeah. People knew him from the 80s, bro. People knew him from the 80s.
But he wasn't. He was like a fucking star of your local tabloid. What do you mean?
It's still well known.
He's a supporting actor in like Natural Born Killers, and he was doing shit like Two Guys and a Girl, or two.
What, chances are? Didn't Chances Are do well? Come on, he was coming on.
I don't think that Downey was a huge star when he did Iron Man.
Okay. Maybe you're right. I'll have to take a look. I'd have to take a look at his resume. I don't know.
He's a very well-respected actor, but he wasn't box office.
Yeah, no, he wasn't box office. You're right about that. Yeah, I guess through the 90s, not a lot of right. You're right. He's not a lot of leads. What, Heart and Souls, Chaplin, that's 92. Soap Dish, Air America.
An acclaimed actor, but not a movie.
Yeah, I guess you're right on that end. All right, fine. But Ed Norton was a big star. I know that. Christopher AO2. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Jeff, is the rumor true of a Walking Dead spinoff show bringing all the other shows together? Daniel Rickman says it is.
I have no idea. And if you think I've seen 5 seconds of any Walking Dead series, you're dead wrong.
Yeah, when we stopped covering it on the old Collider after shows, when I stopped, and I've never watched an episode since. Shelf Presence. Rocha, thoughts on Star Trek casting for McCoy and Sulu? Thomas Jane, Mr. Punisher as Bones was crazy, but I love it. Any ideas on who will be Chekhov? No, but I'm really surprised Thomas Jane is doing this. But Thomas Jane was here, bro. And now he's, Yeah, true. But still, Jeff.
It's one episode. Yeah, I've known about this for a few weeks, but I was sworn to secrecy.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Do you know who's playing Chekhov? Do you know if they've gotten a Russian actor? Do you know who's playing Chekhov? No,
I have no idea. And again, I just don't pay any attention to the Star Trek TV series.
I'm happy about it because I love Strange New Worlds and I love Thomas Jane. So I like him being a part of this. It just surprised me, considering where I'd seen Thomas Jane before. Sean McCabe. Hey, Rocha and Jeff. Merry Christmas, lads. Much love. Much love to you, Sean. Look at that. I love that beard of his. It's really,
he looks great. Really, yeah. Wow.
I know.
The most interesting man in the world.
That's what, he's very distinguished. That Shadow 790 says, Merry Christmas, guys. Jeff, any updates on video game related projects like Elden Ring, BioShock, or God of War? Anything? Oh! Can you say?
Tonight's newsletter features a video game.
Ooh.
And the name and the word exclusive.
Ooh.
And the name Nolan.
Wow. Where can they find this news, Jeff?
IanSnyder.com coming up.
There you go.
And I would say an hour or two tops.
There you go. Connor Przalomski for TB2, I imagine. For the Batman 2, I imagine ScarJo will play Gilda. Yes, we broke that already, Connor, so you don't have to imagine it. But it will be a mashup of a couple of characters like Andrea Beaumont. I can't imagine she would just be Dent's wife. I'm so confused when people who don't read the comics or don't understand her storyline in the comics go like, oh, she's just playing Harvey Dent's wife. She has a number of storylines in the comics that are pretty powerful, including the one in Long Halloween. So to act like this is like she's like the arm candy of Harvey Dent, are you people out of your motherfucking minds? Like, I just don't understand that.
Yeah, a lot of people have limited imaginations,
I guess. Messenger McCall, what's up, man? Sister Pats beat the Ravens and the refs. How far are we going? You knocked out Lamar Jackson. If you're still complaining about the refs when you lock out Lamar Jackson, How far are we going? Also, Mayor of Kingstown is nuts. Trump is definitely sending in the National Guard in season 5.
I told you guys, Mayor of Kingstown is fucking nuts. Like shit, I've never seen in anything is in Mayor of Kingstown. Patriots, I have no idea. I think that we could make the Super Bowl. I'd be surprised if we won the Super Bowl. I think we can make it, but I think it's probably more likely we lose in the AFC Championship game.
That's what I think. I think the Bills are going to get the bestie eventually. They seem destined.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Who do you think's coming out of the AFC if it's not the Bills or the Patriots?
I hate to say this.
Oh, shit. Are you going to say Aaron Rodgers?
I'd keep an eye on Jacksonville.
Oh, I'll throw my dark horse in. I'd keep an eye on the Houston Texans. They have been coming on. I'm telling you, it's going to be the AFC playoffs are the playoffs to watch. The NFC playoffs are going to be a dumpster fire. The AFC playoffs are going to be awesome.
I'm just shaking my head because Josh Allen ruined my fantasy weekend, and Nico Collins pretty shitty too. And Nico Collins sucked because CJ Stroud sucked. So I got to get behind Lawrence because he's playing.
It's true. He's playing great. I'm Two Fly Cam. Gene Wilder versus Gene Hackman. Young Frankenstein rips. Yes,
Hackman.
Yeah, Hackman. Yeah.
Never a big Gene Wilder guy.
Kev Guitar, Q9P. Won't the Beatles films block Barry Keoghan if he's to return as the Joker in the Batman Part 2?
Not necessarily.
He was never revealed to be the Joker officially in the movie. I don't care what what's his face says on interviews now. This is like J.K. Rowling saying Dumbledore was gay. It's not in the movies. And if it's not in the books and it's not in the movies, it's not canon. So Matt Reeves can say whatever he wants, but Barry Keoghan was not revealed to be the Joker. So they can make anybody the Joker. I don't care if he said it in interviews. He can go any direction he wants. But I don't think we're going to see the Joker in Batman Part 2. Spoofman, the Odyssey looks amazing. Have decided I will actually attempt to get IMAX 70mm tickets at the BFI in London, which are very hard to get. Wish me luck.
You know what, Spoofman? I think you're going to get them. Manifest
it. Manifest it. I'd love to go to the BFI in London. Jeff, I'm going to move in 5 years to London. I'm telling you right now. Tomanto 1022. How long does Feige last at Marvel after Secret Wars? Does Feige get impacted by Iger's successor? Happy Christmas and holidays, John and Jeff. Thank you, Timon. What do you think of this, Jeff? Do you think he's gone after Secret Wars? Or do you think he's staying through X-Men?
I don't think he's going to be impacted by Iger's successor. I think Iger's successor is probably going to try to beg him to stay to give him more stability. But yeah, I can't imagine Kevin wants to do this his entire fucking life.
Yeah. Justin Duck says, Jeff, what are your thoughts on The Secret Agent? I think you gave your thoughts, but you want to reiterate?
That was good. I didn't think it was great. I was a little underwhelmed last night, I have to say. I sat in front of David Dasmalkian, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, David, for sniffing the entire fucking movie. I think that the flavor, like the Brazilian flavor of the 70s, like they did a great job of capturing that.
Right.
And like all the faces that populate this movie are like remarkable, but I don't know. On a story level, I thought the ending was a little underwhelming.
Okay. All right. There you go. Joyce Romer says, looking back at this year's Star Wars, how would you rate the 2026 releases? May the Force be with you guys. Oh, for 2026. I'd probably put Starfighter above Mando and Grogu. What about you, Jeff?
Is Starfighter next year?
Isn't that? I thought that was next. Oh, maybe it is 2027.
I honestly don't know. I think it's. I don't fucking know. My head hurts.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how would you rank them any other way, though?
Yeah.
Like, would you like to have a Ryan Gosling movie, or would you like to have a Mandalorian Grogu movie?
There's only 3 releases coming next year. Jon Favreau's Mandalorian Grogu, Maul Shadow Lord, which is animated, and Star Wars Vision. So I would say Mando Grogu, Visions, then Shadow Lord series for 2020.
I don't know what those other things are.
Yep. Casey Grant, does 3D make Avatar better or worse for you both? I think it's fine. I like it in 3D. Jeff?
I didn't need to see it in 3D. I did see it in 3D. The 3D is exceptional in these movies, but in general, I am anti-3D.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Jared 8846. I know John will get this quote. I'm gonna bone Kai, Butchie. Do you get that quote there, Jeff? I don't know that I necessarily get that quote.
Butchie. I know what is Butchie. I know Butchie.
I don't know what that is. John from Cincinnati. Oh, nice. Come on, man. Don't act like I just listen. I liked the series, but I'm not watching it religiously like it's Seinfeld. And he says, I love John from Cincinnati. Very underrated. Should have gotten more seasons. I agree. I agree with that. But I don't remember all the words. I know. It's not your cup of tea. I thought it was the best thing Bruce Greenwood ever did. JMH Movies, media fiasco of the year. Sydney Sweeney's Jeans, Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled, The Sinner's masterpiece discourse, the WB Netflix freak out, or something else. A fiasco? I don't know how W Netflix is a fiasco. I would probably say Sydney Sweeney's Jeans is the fiasco of the year. Jeff, which one of these choices would you say? Or do you have an outside choice?
I mean, I think they're all overblown. I'll go with something else. I don't know what the something else is. Sydney Sweeney's Jeans is like a media concoction that is just a normal ad, honestly. You can call it a dog whistle. You can read 10 layers into it. It's all about your own personal bias against Sydney Sweeney. If you knew nothing about her and she was just a blonde girl with blue eyes next to that ad, I don't think it registers at all. Who cares?
That's fair. Comes with the territory when you're famous.
Play on words. The Kimmel thing was much ado about nothing. I believe he's still on the air. The world has not come to an end. Warner Brothers and Netflix, the world will carry on. Sinners, that may have been the answer for me because I think we've just lost track of what a masterpiece is these days.
Oh, okay. I have two for like Agamemnon costume design in Troy with B. Cox is far superior to Nolan's for me. God damn it. Jeff, do you still see Robin appearing in Batman 2? Merry Christmas to all.
I don't see anything. I hear things. So that's what I heard.
Okay.
And again, you have this character. He's sitting there. He's been sitting there for 20 years. No one's done anything with him. He's kind of like a big fucking part of that universe. We want to wait another 5 years to introduce this guy? We want to let James Gunn introduce this guy? You tell me.
CC Black 97. Any news for X-Men casting, Jeff? Any news? Anything? No? Okay. Wait.
Hold on.
Maybe in the newsletter?
No. I'll just say keep an eye on Ella McKay.
Ooh. Interesting.
That's her name, by the way.
Instead of Emma Mackey, it's Ella McKay.
Call her Ella McKay.
The fact that they didn't release it in dude, they stopped the release in France apparently because it didn't do well here. Crazy.
And back we used to hear maybe like Daisy Edgar Jones or somebody. You tell me if Daisy Edgar Jones has more juice than Emma Mackey these days. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Twisters. Matt Sinister McCall, any New Year's resolutions for 2026? Campia hated Marty Supreme. I think Campia is mad that A24 didn't promote his movie Friendship well. # John is Tim.
Is a divisive movie, and I do expect that there will be people who hate it, and I do think it's a very Jewish-coded movie, which Campia is definitely not. I think that if you are a Jew who has spent any time on the Lower East Side of New York, you will appreciate this movie a little bit more than the average person.
I love Jewish movies, and for me, as an honorary Jew, which I was dubbed on the Cinephiles by my friend Steve Morris, who is a Jew.
That's true.
And I thoroughly love Jewish movies, and this was so much fun as a Jewish movie. Resolutions to be a better person. That's my only resolution, to stop getting into fights with people and be a better person. That's my biggest resolution in 2026.
Mine is to add an inch to my penis.
Well, you can do that. You can do that. There are maps. John DX Dragon. Jonathan Nolan is one artist that really doesn't get enough credit. I'm genuinely a fan of him and his brother. Do you think he'll tackle more films in the future similar to Christopher Nolan? Yeah, Jeff, he worked on the Batman movies with Christopher, and Fallout is out now with the second season on Prime. So do you think he's tackle movies? Will he tackle movies in the future?
Who knows? You'll have to read tonight's newsletter.
Oh, there's a tease. There's a tease. All right. Masters McCall, can you imagine a Batman Arkham Asylum movie? Sure, I can imagine it. Do I think it'll happen? We're still a ways away.
No idea.
The Buck Teeth Bandit. Happy holidays, John and Jeff. Have you heard about when we can expect the next bit of casting or crew news for the Batman 2? Thanks.
What day is it? December 23rd?
Yeah.
December 29th at 4:30 p.m.
Wow, specific. 6 days.
I have no fucking idea, Buck Teeth Bandit. I have no idea.
Don't get upset. Stop getting upset. We're almost done. Stop.
Hey, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I'm just saying, I'm not Nostradamus here, guys.
There you go. That's all right. People are okay if you say you don't know. They just want to know and they want to show love. So
I know. Thank you.
Goth Security Guard says, guys, thanks for everything you do all this year. Thank you, Goth, for being here with us. I really appreciate all the shows and insight and just letting me be part of the hang. Love you both and enjoy the holidays with you and your families.
Happy holidays to you as well.
You too.
I like I am too Fly Cam's response to the penis joke.
Which was? Hold on. I don't have the thing up. What did he say? Guys, we need to no. Where?
It says, I wish I could donate, Jeff. My piece is too large.
There you go. Oh man, Chris
donations instead of your penile donations. Thanks, folks.
There you go. Yeah. Chris _Evans, what do you think are some of the best and most effective trailers of the year? Oh man, that's a lot, dude. Fuck. Fuck.
I think The Secret Agent is actually one of the best trailers I've seen all year. I think it's remarkable.
Jesus. Trailers of 2025. Sorry. I thought the Superman trailer was pretty exceptional. I thought that one really got the job across. I thought the Sinners trailer was incredible. The Weapons trailer, for sure, I thought was damn good. Even though I didn't like the movie a lot, I thought the 28 Years Later trailer was excellent. So those are ones that I'll throw in the mix as the best trailers.
Pillion, Together, and Christie. I liked all those trailers.
Oh, Christie was a good trailer. Yes, agreed. Okay. I thought Snow White was probably the worst trailer, and Electric State was pretty fucking bad. All right, let's keep going with these. Boo. So no Sam Wilson Avengers in the 4th trailer. Also, do you have any clue who's on that Avengers roster? Yeah, we're not going to give. Sorry, Boo. I appreciate you, but I don't think that's one that we're ready to answer just yet, Jeff. Do you want to add anything to that?
Got nothing.
Okay. Triple S says, chance of a live from CinemaCon hot mic episode next year. Which studio will likely have the biggest mic drop during the convention given recent events? Maybe. I haven't applied yet.
I'm going to tell you who is, but go on.
Go ahead.
You go. You go.
I say I haven't applied yet. Maybe the time is over, so maybe not. But
apply. No, I think you can still apply. You should apply.
For CinemaCon? Okay, I'll apply. Well, if we do, I promise you we'll do a live episode somewhere at some point. Which studio will likely have the biggest mic drop during the convention? I would say Marvel. What do you think, Jeff?
I mean, everyone's thinking in terms of trailers, right? Like, Marvel, right. Universal's going to have the Odyssey and all this stuff. Here's the thing. If Amazon MGM Studios, and I don't know what the release date is. Hold on. You know what? This may not make any sense. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. I was going to say something about Project Hail Mary because I've heard Project Hail Mary is like the real fucking deal. Like masterpiece level, like best picture nominee, 100%. I was going to say if they just screen the movie at CinemaCon, then it doesn't matter what their slate looks like or what their Bond announcements are.
Yeah.
If you drop a masterpiece and you screen it in full at CinemaCon, you win. But it sounds like that movie's going to hit theaters before then. So I think Amazon could still win with a Bond announcement.
Yeah.
That's
a good point.
Bond announcement.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how things progress over the next few months. There probably won't be any Batman footage, right?
Yeah, but wouldn't WB Netflix, wouldn't CinemaCon be the place if that's finally locked down for them to like announce their plans going forward? CinemaCon would be the perfect.
Be ready by then.
And I wonder.
Netflix isn't part of the MPA, so I wonder how that'll work.
Right.
Like, does Netflix? Everyone's talking about. Right, we were just talking about is Comic-Con going to go away, and then there's going to be a big to-Doom thing. Well, does Netflix start presenting at CinemaCon?
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't this be an incredible place to open the door to that? Ted walking out on a CinemaCon stage?
Be wild
That
if
would
they
be
extended
amazing.
CinemaCon a day. CinemaCon's
Oh,
always
yeah.
Monday, Thursday. I wonder if it would go to Friday if Netflix
Right.
actually joined or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, but a lot, obviously crazy times in the distribution world, and
Yeah.
I expect CinemaCon 2026 to have fireworks.
Agreed. Josh, any new Josh sends in, says any new Jurassic World sequel rumors or tidbits you could share? Also hope you both have a great holiday and happy new year. Thank you, Josh. I don't know anything on Jurassic World sequel, Jeff. Have you heard anything?
Honestly, just surprised that they haven't announced it. You know, because I had heard from multiple people that Gareth was coming back to direct. So I'm a little surprised that they haven't confirmed.
Okay.
And I am very curious who James Cameron was talking about when he said that Fantastic Voyage had a director.
Yes, because there's rumors about Del Toro. David S. Goyer chimed in on this. What are your thoughts on that?
Guillermo could be really interesting for that, but like, let's say it wasn't him. Well, then who is it? Right.
Right. Yeah.
Who could you see? Because I could see Gareth doing something like that. I could also see someone like Neil Blomkamp doing something like that.
Well, doesn't he have a hard on for Robert Rodriguez after Alita?
It's not going to be. It's not going to be Robert Rodriguez. You don't give Fantastic Voyage to Robert Rodriguez.
I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, I guess you're right on that end. Gareth would be a good choice for that one. I agree. Jeffrey, since the Doomsday teaser, Jeffrey sends in, asks, since the Doomsday teaser dropped, a lot of people have updated their resumes and looks like apparently Halle Berry is in Doomsday, according to a stunt performer doubling her, Chloe Kibble. Reshoots, guys, have you heard anything new? I think everything is up in the air, Jeff, right now. They're still adding script pages, still adding reshoots. So I'm not surprised that people are updating their resumes and people are leaking stuff. Although, don't you sign NDAs? I'd be surprised people would admit that they were on the set doubling somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of people. People should be entitled to update their resumes and say what they've worked on.
Yeah.
I don't know when NDAs come into play and when they're allowed to say. I don't know. Weird question.
We'll see. Sarah, happy holidays, guys. Any word on J.J. Abrams' Ghost Rider release date? Wondering if it could take that the August 7th or September 18th release date with the trailer ahead of Supergirl.
I think that seems very likely.
Okay. Samo says, hey, y'all, what are some great books about cinema/Hollywood that are worth reading or as good as Down and Dirty Pictures and Pictures at a Revolution? Need some audio books to listen to for the holiday.
I mean, Rebels on the Backlot, which Sharon wrote years ago.
Yeah,
Sharon
that's
Waxman.
true.
That's a good book.
Do you have, Easy Riders Raging Bulls? That's a good one that I have up here. Story, if you want to learn how to write.
What's his name? Don Simpson's book, dude. Don Simpson's book.
Oh, yeah. Also, Burn It Down and the MCU book that came out. I would highly recommend those. The Big Picture is a really good one about Chinatown in the 70s. I would recommend those.
Killer Instinct as well.
What's that?
Killer Instinct.
Oh, Killer Instinct, yes. Jeffrey says, have you guys heard any new directors that have met with Marvel? I guess after Secret Wars, it's going to be Coogler, Schreier, Matt Shackman in 2028. But have you heard anyone new? Any updates on Blade, or are they working on it after the Star Wars release? Or Secret Wars release, rather?
Who knows what the fuck is going on with Blade?
Yeah. I don't know if I haven't heard anything by meeting with anybody. So on that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you this. Where in the name of Jesus is Shaka King?
Where is Shaka King? He's at home washing his tights. You're right. I mean, Judas and the Black Messiah, an amazing film. Where is Shaka King?
Is Shaka King the mystery filmmaker attached to Blade? Who's to say?
Ooh.
That would be interesting.
I love that idea. You want to get people back fucking excited for Blade? Get Shaka King on board. Absolutely. There's nothing in IMDb upcoming from Shaka King. Nothing.
Wow. Must be something. Too talented not to be working on something.
Judas and the Black Messiah was 4 fucking years ago.
You know who else doesn't have a movie, I don't think? Or maybe he does, but I don't know if anything's going on with it. What's Blitz do?
Who?
Blitz
Bazawali. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. That's right. The guy who did Color
I mean,
Purple.
it's like, listen, Hollywood, I'm going to acknowledge this. Hollywood has a problem. They give these black filmmakers these big movies, and then if they aren't like huge home runs, Ava DuVernay included, Wrinkle in Time,
Yeah.
it just, like, I don't know, like they let them flounder or something. Like, where are they? Why don't these people should have other movies?
It's almost like a system is set up to allow other people to fail.
Yes.
Yeah. But black people or people of color are not allowed to fail.
King didn't fail. Like,
I know he didn't fail.
Color
But
Purple may have not been like great or some huge Oscar winner, but like that wasn't a failure.
yeah.
Who are these guys?
Well, he's got a TV show coming up called Scent of Burnt Flowers. But that's all on the resume for Blitz Buzzwally. So hopefully they're both working on some
And
great
a new
shit.
Boots Riley movie next year.
There you go. What else have we got? Samuel says, thoughts on Paramount moving Legend of Aang from theaters to streaming? We talked about that. I'm surprised they don't want to attempt a theater release considering Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man did so well this year. I don't know that Last Airbender has the same pull as Demon Slayer or Chainsaw Man. This may make some of you anime people blow your fucking minds, but like, I don't know that Avatar has the same kind of footprint, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. We talked about it already. Crackle. Hi, Jeff. Do you stand by your report that Damon Lindelof was brought onto Lanterns as the main creative voice above showrunner Chris Mundy? Did you say that? I think they may not have wanted to announce Lindelof as the showrunner due to the Lost allegations at the time. Is that what you said, Jeff? Is there anything you want to clarify on that?
I have no idea what I have said and haven't said. I feel like that's a partnership. I think
Okay.
Damon was brought in as like a guiding hand.
Right.
To help and everything. There is, hold on a second.
Okay.
You can go to the next thing, but
all right.
Let me find this.
The next thing is Chris asks, what's the deal with Chazelle's Evel Knievel movie? Shelf permanently, or will it still happen after the prison film he's making?
Okay, I can't give that away yet. I'm gonna hold on to that one.
So the Chazelle one or the other one?
Anything with the Lindelof thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. Sorry, what are we talking about now?
What's the deal with Chazelle's Evel Knievel movie? Shelf permanently, or will it still happen after the prison film he's making?
I have no idea who has any interest in an Evel Knievel movie.
I gotta agree with that.
They tried to do this for 20 years with every fucking leading man you can think of.
Yeah.
It's like making a Johnny Knoxville biopic. Like, I don't understand. I see guys do crazy shit on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like 100 of these videos every morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, Evel Knievel.
I loved Evel Knievel. I grew up on Evel Knievel as a kid, but I agree with you, Jeff. I don't know how many people are clamoring for an Evel Knievel movie. So,
yeah, I'm sorry. I don't.
I am Two Fly Camp says, wish I could donate, Jeff. My piece is too large, as you pointed out, Jeff. Buckteeth Bandit, appreciate the responses as always. LOL. Thank you, Buckteeth. Bitch Boy 3167 says, thoughts on The Housemaid? I loved it. It's great. Jeff. What? Jeff, the box office. Come on.
What about the box office? 19 million.
But it's a $35 million movie. You said it was going to be a big success. If it doesn't even make 35 by the end of its run, what are we talking about?
It's definitely going to make 35 by the end of its run. What do you mean?
I think that's a flop in waiting. I'm telling you, another flop of hers.
No, I think that's going to have legs through the season. I think that's a word of mouth movie.
Okay.
People are like, oh, you got to either see it because it's fucking bonkers crazy.
Right.
Or because you see Sydney Sweeney topless. Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Didn't
you do that on Euphoria?
I had a blast with The Housemaid. I thought it was absolutely everything I hoped for and more. And I think that it's up against Avatar, right? That's 19 when Avatar had just come out. I think it's pretty good.
I agree. That's really good for going up against Avatar. I'm too like I'm Stranger Things death predictions. Joyce and Robin, bye. I think Steven, what's his face, are gonna die. The little kid. You watch Stranger Things, Jeff? Do you have any predictions?
Has Hopper still alive?
Hopper is still alive, yes.
I think Hopper and Steve die.
I think Steve absolutely is dying. Yes. I don't think Nancy is dying, but I do think Steve is absolutely dying. What about Max? What about Sadie Sink? Do they kill her off? I think Murray's probably dying. Robin Buckley, 11 maybe dies. Maybe.
Who knows? Everybody's a big old maybe.
Yeah. Will dying would be amazing, although people would be very unhappy about that. Kingsport Gal, Merry Christmas, guys. Yes, even you, Jeff. There you go. Evelyn says, worst casting for Superman was Eisenberg for Lex. I think the worst casting was the guy who played Nuclear Man in Superman 4, but that's just my personal opinion. Jeff, who's the worst casting for Superman?
I don't know. I don't have one.
We're moving on. Last one, Gallia Productions. Any news on J.J. Abrams' Ghost Rider movie starring Glenn Powell is still slated for 2026? I think we answered this already, Jeff, but do you want to add anything more to that?
I think it's done. It should be ready for 2026. It's all about whether they can find a slot for it. I think you're right. August, September seems like a good spot for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has awards potential. Maybe they kick that to March 2027. Maybe they feel like Glenn's a little overexposed. So I don't know.
Possible. Very possible. All right, last stream live that came through. Thank you, Paleo. My God, thank you. Thanks, gents, for a great year of the hot mic. Thanks to Jeff for reading my screenplay recently and reigniting my spark to keep writing. And thanks to Rocha for your consistently insightful content. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Not a lot of people feel that way. My question, what is your favorite unproduced screenplay? Well, mine is always the Vega Brothers. So I don't even know if that counts as an unproduced screenplay, but maybe the story itself. I always wanted to see it. Jeff?
I read a script when I was an intern for Luke. It was called The Fix Up. It was from Carter Bays and Craig Thomas, the creators of How I Met Your Mother.
Ooh.
And imagine George Clooney, and he's in an airport, and he's having a shootout. He's chasing a terrorist, and the terrorist ducks into the bathroom. And Clooney bursts in there, and the terrorist has got the drop on him, and he's about to shoot Clooney. And then all of a sudden, some schmuck who is taking a dump gets out of the stall, and he takes the bullet.
Oh!
It's Steve Carell, okay?
Wow.
He takes the bullet for the FBI agent. The FBI agent kills the terrorist. Steve Carell's bleeding on the ground, and Clooney's like, thank God, you saved my life. What can I do for you? And Steve Carell says, I've never had a girlfriend. Can you help me get a girlfriend? And then Clooney uses the resources of the FBI to spy on Carell's neighbor, who he's in love with.
Wow.
And he helps Carell, hook up with his neighbor, but then Clooney falls for the neighbor. And then it becomes a love triangle where Steve Carell now has to beat the slick FBI agent for the romantic affections of the girl. To me, that's a movie. You'd probably recast it nowadays. I was just thinking of Carell and Clooney from 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Right.
I think that could be a hit movie, whether it's theatrical or on Netflix.
Wow. I like that idea. I was just looking through some lists here. Medium had one listed, A Garden at the End of the World by Gary Graham. It's a post-apocalyptic Western that follows a 60-something engineer named Ford. Probably a shout out to John Ford. A reclusive widower is still living on his farm who tries to save the earth by growing trees and other plants. But when a sick woman seeking shelter is killed one night, he reluctantly decides to take in her 12-year-old daughter and must find it within himself to protect her from the dangerous people tracking her down. Oh, fuck yeah. Sign me up for that one. I would love to see that.
Script, John, they have tried to develop that into I Am Legend 2.
Really?
Read that again as I Am Legend 2.
Oh, yeah, that works as I Am Legend 2 as well. 100%. If you have the script, I'd love to read it. That's amazing. I don't know if you can send it to me, but I would love to read it.
I don't think I have it.
Okay. Let's see. Last one. Again, Paleo, thank you so much. What a kind donation. And Cartoon 49, thoughts on upcoming Bolsonaro film with Jim Caviezel? I have no thoughts on it.
Who gives a shit? This is
basically, I guess that's my thought.
More territory.
Yeah, if you expect a Jim Caviezel movie to tell the truth about the Bolsonaro incident, you're out of your mind. All right, that's everything. Thank you all so much. We're going to wrap it up here as we're close to the end. Jeff, anything more you want to say? We got 9 minutes left, but we should go, right? I think we're good. You seem like you want to roll on.
Wrap it up, but if you had to choose, what is the greatest Christmas movie, John?
Well, It's a Wonderful Life. It's not even a fucking question for me. It's one I watch every year. I can miss all the other ones, but It's a Wonderful Life always plays Christmas Eve or Christmas in my house. Jeff.
We should have done the draft. It's definitely Home Alone.
You and I are just from different eras, man. Home Alone, I was in my 20s when Home Alone came out.
How good was that SNL sketch?
Oh my God. Dude, Ashley Padilla, I think she's about one more season away from feature films. Like, I just have a feeling she is like on the ascendancy.
Colin Jost was amazing as Buzz.
Yeah, he was.
Even got like casting down everything. I love when SNL gets violent, and it was a great sketch.
Yeah, agreed. So were the switching jokes. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody, and all the other holidays that are out there that anybody's celebrating. Happy Festivus.
Yeah. To the rest of us. Absolutely.
Yeah, subscribe to the Sneider. I'm going to have all kinds of goodies. A hot scoop coming shortly tonight.
Yes.
A couple of, maybe a scoop on Christmas Day because no one has responded.
Okay.
On Christmas Day, the miracles of Christmas and certain shows that are coming out on Christmas and people in those shows. And just thankful for all of you.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much. I'm going to say this real quick. Here are my Christmas movies. We didn't do the draft, so these are no on any order, Jeff, in case people want to watch Christmas movies or pick. It's a Wonderful Life, Die Hard, Just Friends, Scrooge, Spirited, The Night Before, which I was going to steal from you. The Holdovers. Huh?
Spirited?
I love Spirited. It's a lot of fun. Good day to you, Jeff. The Holdovers, Claws, which is a great animated film, Tokyo Godfathers, A Christmas Story, which is going to be on the Cinephiles tomorrow for anybody who subscribes to Cinephiles, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Elf, While You Were Sleeping, Violent Night, A Muppet Christmas Carol, Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, Family Man, Last Christmas, and Serendipity. Those are the choices I had for my draft, Jeff.
Thanks, Google.
Fuck you, Google. I watch a lot of Christmas movies.
That's too many. That's too many movies. That's just like if you just Google the list of Christmas movies. I will say, if you are sick of watching Home Alone, check out Better Watch Out.
Oh, okay.
A horror take on a Home Alone kind of thing.
There you go. All right. Casey Grant, one last one. Is any movie with a Christmas tree a Christmas movie? No. It has to have something to do with the Christmas season, for sure.
Put their Christmas trees up in like November now.
Yeah, I do. All right, there you go. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please remember to subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that bell button. Leave your comments on all the stuff we talked about. Also, if you're watching later and you want to send in some support, there's that thanks button down below. Hit that thanks button. Send in your support financially for all we do here on the show. You guys are amazing. Thanks for another great year. We'll be back next week, of course. We'll let you know when that happens. But thanks for another great year. We appreciate you all madly. Have a great and safe, happy holidays. And please remember to take care of your mental health during this time and reach out to people you know who are struggling and just be there for them. It's really important. We love you madly. Take care of yourselves. Be well. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of The Hot Mic. Peace.